Hello YouTube, 잘지내요. Today we've got another very delicious video for you today, even more than the tteokbokki one. Today we're going to have some delicious Wagyu. Finally, delicious Wagyu Japanese beef that we can get in Korea, similar to that of Korean Hanu, but in my opinion, I do believe Hanu tastes better than Wagyu, but it is my first time actually having Wagyu. I've never actually had it, more or less. I've never had it in Korea, because it comes at that pretty expensive cost, so I've usually avoided places that have sold Wagyu in any form. But I'm dreaming of this. I cannot wait. So, why are we getting Wagyu today? What's the special occasion? Well, thanks to the good old Korean government, we're getting some Wagyu on the government's dime. We're using their money to get Wagyu. So for those of you who don't know or understand the situation, a little while ago, the Korean government has made an effort to increase the expenditure in local businesses or businesses in general to get the people to spend some money. So they have given people money to spend at these local businesses. They've given every Seoul citizen. I don't know if this is extended to other cities or not, but I do know that it's all for all Seoul citizens. They've given everyone 150,000 won in the form of like points that would be sent to your bank account. So I do believe it was all banks. I use KB. So it would show up as like little coins, like points that you can get through just various things on your bank application. But it does translate to real money that you can spend at pretty much anywhere. There were some limitations with where you could choose to go, but the limitations really didn't feel like limitations, because when you open the application to see where you can use the money, it's just filled with businesses of where you can go. So it felt pretty actually lenient of in terms of choices. You could even go to like company branded places like CU and GS and use the points, which is usually not the case. So that's awesome. You can basically freely use the points anywhere. But Kevin, are you a Korean citizen? What are you doing? Well, I am married to a Korean citizen, and therefore by default, I guess my F6 visa makes me eligible to get the 150,000 won. So Korean government's pretty great, man. It's awesome that I was able to get the 150,000 won as well. So I did think about like divvying up the 150, like, you know, coffee here or kimbap there, but nah, let's get some delicious, expensive beef. That's what I want to use my money on. So I'm very excited to actually take this chance to not spend any of my own money, to actually go to a local restaurant that sells Wagyu, very, very delicious beef. So we're going to a place called Burumak. Not only do they sell premium Wagyu, they also sell premium samgyeopsal and pork. So I'm excited to just eat it all and eat it, more importantly, guilt-free. So let's go. All right, YouTube, we're entering Burumak now. So as I mentioned before, this is a Wagyu restaurant, and the restaurant itself isn't very big, but nice and cozy. Good, perfect for lunchtime. And the standard fixings were pretty normal, except for the doenjang jjigae. That was free, which was really, really nice. You don't usually get to see that. But everything else looked pretty standard and good. Like I said, the restaurant wasn't very big, but they did have the menu hanging on the wall with these wooden tablets, which is a little hard to read from the distance, but standard menu. They had the Wagyu, they had the pork, different cuts and all of that, side dishes, beer and everything. So you just had to take a look. Now, here is the Wagyu that we got. Oh, look at it. I just decided to get the set, so I don't actually know what any of these cuts are. I was mostly excited to just get my hands on some Wagyu, so let's go ahead and grill it up.
Beef is not good for...
Well, you can lower it.
Listen to that sizzle, YouTube. It was chef's kiss, so good. The Wagyu smelled delicious, it looked delicious, it was cooking so nice. The doenjang jjigae cooking in the middle. I cannot wait to actually eat some of this beef. Some of it was cooking pretty quickly, like the brisket and all that, but yeah, let's just dive in. So here I made a wrap with the leaf that's like soaked in a sauce. It's not really perilla leaf, but I can't remember the name, but oh my god, delicious combination. Delicious combination. Whatever that leaf is that is soaked in like a, not soy sauce, but like a semi-sweet sauce glaze. Beautiful. But of course the beef by itself, just as fantastic. Little salty, but perfectly soft, nice and meaty. That delicious Wagyu taste. And yeah, no matter what you combine it with, green onions, samjang, garlic, whatever you decide to mix this with, it was delicious. I had every cut, didn't know what they were, and just every bite was just as delicious as the last. This place definitely needs to be on your list of places to go visit. You cannot go wrong with the Wagyu here. It was delicious. What more can I say? And here I actually decided to wrap with everything. The leaf, the green onions, garlic, samjang, everything for one delicious, miraculous bite. Ugh. YouTube, you really got to come here. All right, now we got the pork set. Again, I don't know what all these cuts are. All I know is samgyeopsal, so let's go ahead and fry it up. We also decided to get some of the mirmyeon or the bibimbyeon, so we'll see how that tastes in a little bit as well. All right, before actually diving into the pork, because we're cooking it up, I decided to try the bibimbyeon first. The noodles were quite different in color, so I don't know if that affected the taste or not, but it looked good. Overall, the noodles were okay. Like the flavor was good. The bibimbap was okay, but it wasn't really like amazing. It just tasted kind of mid. Even mixing with the beef was pretty good, but overall, it's not a dish I would recommend ordering at this restaurant. I think they're mostly there for the beef and the pork. You can kind of steer away from this one. It was just pretty average. Again, listen to the sizzle of that pork. It looks fantastic. We also threw on some kimchi on the pan to stir fry that up a bit, because you know that's going to be delicious. All right, here's the first bite of the pork, and indeed it was heavenly. Some of the best pork I've had in a long time. This place not only is fantastic with beef, it is also equally fantastic with the pork. And you know, I had to combine the pork with the kimchi, the stir-fried kimchi. Oh, YouTube, if you haven't done yourselves a favor of mixing stir-fried kimchi with the pork whenever you go to a samgyeopsal restaurant, you are missing out, because stir-fried kimchi hits the spot. It slaps. It is so good. Do yourself a favor, go to the restaurant, stir-fry up some kimchi. The regular kimchi obviously is very good, but it just can't be beat. This power combo cannot be beat. So again, I know that this was on the government dime, and this was a local restaurant in Sillim, but I would definitely come back here if I could, even with my own money. This restaurant in Sillim was so good on every level. All right, YouTube, we are back again, post edit, but this restaurant that we went to, okay, I still dream of the Wagyu that I had there. You know, even having 150,000 won, we only spent like 100,000 won there. We still had money left over, even despite it being how expensive the restaurant relatively is. It was fantastic. It was good, and I had a great time there. And like I said earlier, even if I went there with my own money, I think I would also be satisfied, but definitely a lot more satisfying not having to pay for it. So we ended up using 50,000 won on other stuff later, but it was kind of cool that even with the amount that we ate, it was still some money left over. So that was actually also kind of nice. But yeah, YouTube, if you can ever come to the Sillim area, do recommend this Wagyu / pork restaurant for anyone. It's fantastic, absolutely delicious. Anyways, I will take off for now, YouTube. Thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you next time.